Hey friends, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We are almost to the weekend and it's a 3-day weekend for most of us. Hello and welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. Let me just turn down this music really quick, a little loud. Once you hop on the live or you hop on the replay at a later date, tell me hi or put hashtag replay in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. I happen to be in central Kansas, like usual. Looking forward to some milder temperatures over the weekend. Lost my train of thought. Want to let you know I'm live in 2 locations this evening, so if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person may be watching on a different platform. And as always, if you like what you see, if you like this video, if you like this project, please feel free to spread the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube. Hit the heart button, hit the thumbs up button, turn on notifications, subscribe, follow. And as always, tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. That just helps my channel get seen by new eyeballs, and I greatly appreciate your support. Let's go to the comments. I see Bonita is excited for a 3-day weekend, and Jason says hello from the other side of the door. And I think I'm gonna open my live on my business page so I can watch it. Maybe find myself. Okay, there we go. So tonight we are going to play with Dixie Belle's Sea Spray tonight. It's a very similar product to I have it right over here. If you have Fusion Minerals Fresco, or if you happen to have Salt Wash, that is all the same product. It's all very similar in product. They are all a texture medium. So that's what we're going to be playing with. So let me go ahead and flip the camera so that you can see what else we're playing with. So I have the Hello Fall size A transfer. That's what we're going to be using. And then I have a couple of tags. I also have one that's unfinished. So I wanted to show you a little bit of the Dixie Belle Voodoo Gel Stain. That was kind of a last minute ad. And I need to get some star sticks and some color trays, which I have right here. Okay. So what Sea Spray is, I can get a pair of scissors. It's basically, it's very similar to that chalk powder that I use sometimes to add to my acrylic paint. But this is just a powder that you can add to a mineral-based product like chalk paint or chalk paste. And it dries hard and bumpy and textured. And then you sand it, and then you paint. It's very similar to the crackle where you paint over it. See, it's just a powder. And so then you paint over it with a mineral-based top coat, like paint. And then when that's all dry, you sand off where the textured chunks are, and that reveals the color underneath. So it's basically think of it as wax resist, but just up a few levels if you've ever seen some wax resist. So I have put everything in the cart link in the description of the video. I think I did actually include the gel stain. So I put in the Sweater Weather Palette Pack. So that includes saffron, shimmer copper, shimmer olive, Tide, eggshell blue, and papaya. But I can already tell you that my shimmer olive is needs to be replaced. So I'm going to add in, I think, moss. But I don't think I want to use all of these colors. So I need to maybe narrow it down to 4. I think I'm going to take copper out. And I think I need you to help me decide whether I keep Tide in or eggshell blue in, or if we go with 5. So you can keep Tide, keep eggshell blue, or, well, put Tide, eggshell blue, or 5 in the comments. And Tide is coming off as really blue, but it's more of a green blue. So I need you to help me with that. I will lay these right here so you can see. Oops, it's going to use these 3. So I need you to choose between those 2 or all 5. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this Voodoo stain. So it's basically a water gel or a water-based gel stain, and it comes, Couture carries 3 of the Dixie Belle colors. They carry this Tobacco Road, which is a kind of a brown. There's Up in Smoke, which is a gray, and then there's an Au Naturel, which is a kind of a whitewash or a cream. And the cool thing is you can mix these together. So a lot of people mix the Tobacco Road and the Au Naturel together, and it creates kind of this, I don't know if you remember from the 70s and early 80s, any of that blonde furniture. It's kind of a lighter paint wash color. So it's really cool to be able to mix these. Benita says, can't wait to see you play with the sea salt. Haven't gotten any yet. Want to see how it works first. Well, cool. So yeah, so let's go ahead. I will definitely be playing with it. I'm excited to play with it too. I've had this in my stash for, oh gosh, I don't even want to, probably at least a year or so or more, and I haven't even opened it yet. So let's go ahead and stain this. You definitely have to shake it because it does separate. And I actually bought mine from a local, sort of local retailer. I bought these when the vendor at Raised Rustic was liquidating them. I need to get another paint. No, I don't. So I'm just going to use a sponge. And I'm going to get some gloves on. So that's it's kind of how I treated the. I actually, I'm trying to remember what I used chalk paint and a wet wipe on the back of these. Both Jason and Vanita are saying Tide. That will be a pretty. Sorry, I'm kind of a jumbled mess. My thoughts are kind of everywhere. So you just apply this. You can apply it with a foam brush, a paint brush, or a sponge. The more you apply, the darker it gets. I'll have to do some samples when I have a little bit more time, and maybe try to mix up like smoke and the up and smoke and the tobacco road together and see what we get. There are other colors. There's kind of a mint color, or a minty turquoise color, which is really pretty. That Dixie Belle carries. There's a navy, and then I think there's also a black, and there's a white, which is different from the Au Naturel, I believe, if I remember correctly. So these just go on really well. There's no fumes. Easy cleanup because it is water-based. I think it dries pretty quickly. So I just wanted to show you how it worked. Pretty easy peasy. So there is that. And probably if I let it dry and put on another coat, it would be a little darker. But you could also mix it with a little bit of black, which you would need to get from either the Dixie Belle website or a local retailer. Okay, so I'm just going to put that up there and let all that dry. I'm going to take these off. So both Vanita and Jason say Tide. So let's get down to, so we'll take that one out. So we'll get 4 colors. So you just want to put a little bit of paste, and since we're doing tags, I won't need a whole lot, but we can go ahead and do both of these. So you just put a little dab, a little dab will do ya. Anybody have any big plans for the 3-day weekend? So this one is papaya. That one was saffron. And we'll do moss. And then I'll need another one of those. And then we'll do Tide. Which technically mine is Academia, but it's basically Tide. Ooh, that's pretty. It's really more of a teal color. It comes off really blue in the camera. That might be a bit much. Okay, so the next thing you want to do, you want it to be more of a paint consistency because it was technically made to go as a mix-in to paint. So let's get this paste to where it's more of a paintable medium. Bonita says crafting for 3 days. She hopes she's in need of some craft therapy. Amen. That's what I plan to do on Saturday and Sunday. We're heading to Larned on Friday to take my dad to he's starting a new chemo oral pill and has to go to drug school, I guess. He has to go to some drug education class for this new chemo. So it's my turn to, I have the privilege of taking him and Mom. So we'll head down there, and I can't decide whether we were going to stay the night or just come back Friday. I'm sure there's things that they need done. So, but I plan to craft on Sunday and Monday. I got to get stuff done. I could probably get this a little thinner, but I think it'll be okay. Let me get it a little bit. That was thick to begin with. So you just want to stir it till you get it close to a craft acrylic consistency. And then, strangely enough, we're going to thicken it back up. So then you just want to take a tiny amount of sea spray. Like tiny. That might be too much. We'll see. So a little dab will do ya, and it'll last for a while. So it's going to become kind of sand. It's going to have this sand-like quality. That's kind of where you get the texture from. So it gets, so here's the paste without, in my right hand, without the sea spray. This one has the sea spray in it. Can you see all that texture that's been added? So it doesn't work as well from what I hear with just acrylic paint. It needs to be kind of a mineral-based paint or medium. So it'll work well with chalk paint, chalk paste. Yeah, it gets really gritty. Ooh, I think I got too much. That's super spackled. Let's see how that does. I'm going to add just a skosh. Ooh, that is thick. I think I added a little too much. Okay, so then the next thing you want to do is literally just, you could do this with a palette knife. You just want to make just splotches. Doesn't have to be, that might be too many big splotches. You want to get around the edges. Actually, you might want bigger splotches. And then you're just going to let all that dry. So it's kind of like when I painted with before I painted the crackle finish, kind of how I just was swiping, no rhyme or reason. Ooh, that is thick. That may not stick. That's super texture. Let's see if I can make it spreadable. I may have added too much to this stuff. Yeah, be careful how much you add, and be careful if your paste was already kind of on the dry side. And then this is, I'm not for sure adding water helps. I think it makes it worse. Okay, I think that's enough of a mess. It doesn't have to be all over, and it can be as little or as much as you want. And I gotta get some wipes. So then all you want to do is let it dry. And of course it's best to let it dry on its own, but let's see if we can force it dry. If I don't clean all this up, I'm gonna end up wearing it. Okay. Right. So let's get the Big Daddy out. Okay, so let's try this. I may have put it on too thick. It may take forever to dry, but so while that's drying, let's see if I have anything we need to go over. I think looking at all my. Anybody have any questions? Let's see what let's see if there's any instructions. So it's the best chalky additive to create a chippy, textured, and weathered look. Directions: mix 2 tablespoons of sea spray with 8 ounces of Dixie Belle paint for a peanut butter-like consistency. Using a paintbrush, dab and smooth your paint to form crests and peaks. When dry, paint on another coat, then sand. definitely have crests and peaks. there's some dimension to that one. And let's see what the fresco says. It's the same. The fresco gives you a perfect sea-swept, weathered, warm, and rustic textured look. It says mix 1 part fresco and 2 parts paint. Apply mixture to your paint-ready surface. Allow to set for 10 to 20 minutes. Knock down any heavy lumps by passing your brush over them. Once fully dry, then continue with additional colors and layers of paint. I'll take off some of these chunky pieces. Let's dry that one. I'm gonna put that. Ouch. Wait a minute. If that's so hot, it's gonna bust my glass mat. I may have put it on a bit too thick. Ooh. So we can get that dry. You know, watching other people do this looks so easy. Let's try quick dry tool for a little bit. Sometimes it blows a little bit more air. Let's let that one sit. Concentrate on this one. There's just a few spots that aren't very dry. This green is not drying. That feels pretty dry. Benita has a question. Actually, yes, Benita. She's asking, Do Perks members have the option to purchase the monthly Club Couture stencil? Yes. Now remember, it's I'll answer it in two parts. Oops. So as a Perks member, is this one the right one? Nope. As a Perks member, remember it's a $20 a month fee, except for this month only. So you have today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday to join for $10. So for $10 or $20, depending on which month you sign up, remember you always get that free $20 product credit. So you could turn around and use your $20, basically your $20 product credit would cover your Club Couture membership. But yes, you have to sign up. They're two separate things. And I had a graphic, but I bet I deleted it. You get, let me do some math here. So it's 21. I think you get your club membership at 30% off though. So $21.99 times point. So you would join Club Couture for $15.40. So yes, but it's two separate things. So you are a Perks member and you're also a Club Couture member. Does that make sense? And yeah, and that little QR code goes directly to enrolling as a Perks member under me. So you get, for $20 or $10 this month, you always get 30% off of your product, which if you buy frequently, that's a really good deal. And then you get your $20 back in a free $20 monthly product credit. You also get to join Chalk Couture Design Studio. And then, as you've seen in the last couple of months, there's been exclusive promotions just for Perks members. So hopefully that answers your question. So, because you're already a club member, I believe your club membership would go down to that $15, but you would be paying $15.40 for your club membership, and then you also pay $20 a month for the Perks membership, but you get 20 of that back. So basically, it would just cost you your club membership at the Perks membership price. I had a graphic for that, but I think I deleted it. That's not the right one. But let me check. I'm just checking the website real quick. I can't find it. I had one, but I think this is pretty good. Nothing feels wet. Let's get rid of all these little goopies. And then we'll paint over this. Okay, so now you have another Now we need to decide if we want to do cashew, plaster, or white over our colors. I didn't know there were going to be so many choices. Who sneezed? Did I? I don't think I sneezed. Oh, for the cashew? Ha! So cashew, plaster, or white? I got a mess going here. Big old mess. Okay. Put some of this stuff back while I'm waiting for your response. If it just says plaster, I can get it open. I think that look pretty. I need to put all this paint away. I have I think I have every Waverly paint color on my desk. Jason also says plaster. Okay. I gotta get a longer stir stick or I'm gonna have this stuff up to my elbows. Okay, let's get another color tray. If you don't have any of these color trays, I think I use them more for other things than Couture. They're super helpful. So let's add, I'm going to add a tiny bit of water just because those tend to get kind of thick. Get that good mixed. So this was not what I originally intended these tags for. I just never got around to finishing them. So that's why this one has some antiqued stuff around the edges, but it'll just add to the charm. So because you're wanting, I would skip using chalk paste as the top coat and just use like a mineral based paint like Waverly or Dixie Belle or Fusion, just because you're going to get a better coverage. But you can also just do you. If you want to use chalk paste watered down a little bit, you can. I may have gotten too much texture, but we'll see. So then you're just going to paint over it. I'm going to kind of stipple where I don't think my Tide was quite totally dry. Kind of stipple where the texture is to kind of get into those nooks and crannies if you want better coverage. Okay. I'm going to clean up as I go. So let's get that dry. You can see you can really see all the texture. just know one of these days when I use this heat tool that my last mat's going to split in two. That's hot. Let's use this one for a little while. Just want to get that good and dry. Jason says he's really interested to see how this turns out. It'll be similar to the crackle, but it'll just be more blotches instead of like the paint cracking. A bajillion times, and parts of it you can see the red paint layer, parts of it you can see the yellow paint layer, parts of it you can see the original wood. He says, you and me both, Jason. Okay, let's see. You can usually tell if it's dry because if it's still wet, it's kind of cool to the touch. I think we'll go ahead and try it. So the next thing you want to do is sand it. And I don't know whether to use my big one or use one of my fingernail files. So you just want to sand it back. And so you can already see there's some yellow. You just want to sand off that texture, and you're just going to expose all of those colors. Go ahead and get the, I shouldn't be doing this on my fuzz cloth, however. Oops. And the more you sand, the more you're going to expose. I'm just sanding the edges while I'm at it. Super fun. Oop. Better get that out of the way. I'm trying to get in there. I like the nail file because it's flexible and it can get in there and expose more of that color. And if you expose too much, I'm sure you could probably paint over it. Try to get that. Like I haven't exposed a whole lot of, there's still green under there. That's kind of what you get. And you can keep filing it down or sanding it down until all of it's showing. That's really cool. Let's hold it up so you can kind of see all that. And it's going to turn out differently every time you do it. See, as I sand more off, more color gets exposed. Okay, that's pretty smooth. It kind of looks like paint splotches a little bit, but I probably didn't do it. I didn't do it its full justice, but oops. I did my best. Okay, so now let's bring in our transfer. And shake off my fuzz towel since I started to sand on it. And then also going to wax. Jason says that's so cool. I don't come up with it. I just I watch other people. I didn't invent sea spray. And that's part of being a part of that design studio community is since some of these new products have come out, there's been a lot of tutorials in the design studio. So I just heated up my surface wax because mine's a little dry. And so I'm just going to wax this. Hopefully not. Oops, it's kind of blending some of the colors. This is just going to act as a barrier between my painted surface and my transfer to keep my transfer from pulling up my paint and from sticking so hard that it stretches out. And then we have to write the word. We have to we need to mark the back side. So you can either write the transfer name or the word back, either one. That way when you're done cleaning it and ready to store it, you know that this is the back side and this is the front side because these are reusable. And because I haven't used it before, I need to figure out. I don't think I'm going to use the big blob anywhere. Or should I? I think I might just use the hello and the greenery sprigs. But I'm going to do everything in black, kind of a boho, kind of abstract, kind of mixed media, kind of. So what I'm doing right now is I'm fuzzing the transfer. So I'm just knocking back a little bit of the sticky on the back side. Benita says not the blob. So I'm going to put this one kind of hanging off this side. Right there. I'm going to get a skinny squeegee. So this one is just a small squeegee that I've cut in half. I do believe this is my DIY black. So this is just acrylic paint and that Coco's chalky powder. I just need to get it used up. And then I probably should have figured out where I wanted to put my words. Oh, that's fun. So it's going to look very mixed media-ish, I think. I should have thought that through before I just slapped it down. No, I don't have to. Let's try that really quick. My words can go over that. And it can all be the same color. So then let's put a little bit. There's a hair. Let's put this one right there. Jason said it's kind of like watching Food Network. You just used a ton of stuff and technique just to make the surface, like when they use 1,000 different things to make a sauce. Yep. And you start with paste, you thin it out, then you thicken it up, then you slap it on, and then you sand it off, cover it up with paint, and then you sand it off. But definitely very mixed media. There's just lots and lots of layers. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm going to stick the fall. Let's see, the hello can go right there. So I'm going to put the fall up here. Oops. Oh, I got it straight. There's more fall. I'll show this to you when I'm all done. So then let's add the word hello. I don't know whether to put it up there. Maybe I'll just stick it right there. So I'm going to turn it so that I can paste away from the edge of the circle. If not, I'll just go blazing through it. That's pretty. Very different, but very pretty. Anita says she likes it. Jason says that's gorgeous. So there it is. It's definitely not rustic. This with the transfer on top of it, it's kind of got that kind of bohemian feeling, kind of modern, bohemian. And you will have to be mindful when you put your transfer on top, because there are some kind of a few raised places depending on how well you sand. You're going to have to really make sure you don't have any air pockets in your silk screen. And there may be some, if you do have air bubbles, there will be a few little boo-boos or missed parts, but that just adds to the kind of the vintage rustic charm. I like that one. So I'll just probably, I don't know whether I'm going to add some beads and a little tassel or what I'm going to do to this one, but I will embellish it somehow. And then you could always do the back. And you could do the back just plain with the sea spray and no transfer, just so that the back kind of matches the front. That's super cute. I really like it. There it is up close. So yay. That was fun. So I'll do the other one. I think it finally, it's dry. It's pretty dry. There, the green, I don't think adding water back is a good idea, because the teal and the green did some weird things, but that is how you use sea spray. Okay, so let me come back here. Yeah, that was fun. It was messy. I have a big mess to clean up. I don't think there's anything I need to go over. Just want to remind you that there are today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, there are just a few days left to get the Club Couture of the month, the Bold Botanical Print kit. Sunday there will be a new kit available, and then there's also just a few more days to take advantage of the Perks member enrollment for $10. So starting on Sunday, it will go back up to $20. So you would save a little bit this month. So just kind of keep that in mind. Time is ticking. There's also some holiday things that are, or some Halloween things. And actually, let me just show you those really quick. I can, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, let's come back here. So here's the Perks member. You just come up here to 30% off Perks members, and that's how you sign up to become a Perks member. And then if at any time while you're a Perks member you want to roll up to designership, it's super simple. You just contact Couture, and they will roll your Perks membership right on over to a designership. But you don't have to do that. And again, remember, there's no selling quota, no selling period as a Perks member. You just get to shop at 30% off retail all the time. But let me take you to the Halloween stuff. Let me make sure you're still seeing it. Let's make that full screen. So you're going to come over here to shop. You're going to come over, oops, and then you're going to come to specials. And then I just wanted to show you all of the Halloween things. A lot of these are from last year. So a wee bit wicked. And then these are the coordinating shapes. This family is Batty. I used that on a really cute round last year. And then the coordinating chockable shapes for that. Etched skull. And then its coordinating shapes. These are all at like 75% off. So then you've got Bad to the Bone and its coordinating chockable shapes. Fright This Way. Sadly, the chockable shapes for those are sold out. Welcome My Pretties, that's out of stock. Happy Haunting to All, that's an 18 by 24. That's a size E transfer. Granted, you're seeing my price. Well, no, those might be your prices. I don't know. These are my prices, so you'll have to log into your account and see how much they are. The Halloween porch sign, so you can either do a 4-foot leaner and put both transfers one on top of the other, or you can make 2-foot transfers or leaners with that. Game Over Tombstone. Hey, Miss Amanda. Amanda says she needs Bad to the Bone on a shirt for work. I don't know if well, yeah, that's all different. It's not technically Bad to the Bone. It's a little tiny piece, but it's all those animal pieces. Game Over Tombstone, the Enter If You Dare, the Vein and Spirits jar transfers. Happy Halloween, that's one of my absolute favorites. It's a 12 by 18. Witches Go Riding, I made I probably have that laying down beside me somewhere. It's a 12 by 18. I made a cute little wooden flag. Trick or Treat is a big 18 by 24. That's a really pretty one, just simple black and white. Inside My Bones. Haunting Night, I think I did that one last year. Apothecary Cabinet. Very Scary Ghost, that's a size A transfer. Thanks for dropping in. Size A. I Am a Ghost Tombstone transfer. The top portion says For Rent, and then the Beanbag Toss, and then this is the October Try Me kit. So lots of fun stuff on special, and that's as supplies last. Some, as you can see, some things have already sold out. I don't know, Miss Amanda, you hopped on. I don't know how long you've been on, but this is the little tag we made, and I used Dixie Belle Sea Spray texture. So all of that color is what I sanded off to expose the color that was underneath the white or the plaster top coat. That was a lot of fun to do. Okie doke. So I'm gonna hop off for the evening. I don't know what my schedule is this weekend. I know I'm not going to guarantee anything, but cross your fingers. Maybe Sunday and Monday I'll hop on. Monday definitely, because that's my normal day. So with that, I'm going to hop off. Have a great 3-day weekend if you are lucky enough to have a 3-day weekend. Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for supporting me, and I will see you in my next crafty video. Thanks for watching.